Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side convos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including ACOTAR or Frida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod.
Whew. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. It has been a week on the podcast and a week in real life. It's been a long time since we've talked about this book.
I hope I remember it all because I didn't do the summary this time.
I know. Doing the summary really helped. There are some details, though, that I forgot about. I'm like, maybe Candy will remember. We'll see.
Okay. We'll see what happens. But I think 6 o'clock on a weekday. Let's get right into this bad boy.
I think so. We got to solve this mystery.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Can I just say really quick, I read as soon as we finished last week, I read to the next part in the same sitting. Like in an hour.
Mm-hmm. It was so good. Was your heart racing? I was anxious. I didn't feel very good.
No.
What? I was so anxious.
No, my heart wasn't racing at all, but some of our predictions, I was like, dang it. Because we had some really good ones about who Tom was.
Mm-hmm.
And then
do we want to?
I was just going to say, Tom was the most obvious one. And you're like, ugh.
Can't be him. I know. Okay, so recap on our predictions if we remember them. We thought maybe Jake was actually Tom. That was one of our big ones.
Yep.
Disproved in this section.
Nope. Tom is
Unless
Tom.
There's some really convoluted stuff going. But no, yeah, Tom, Mystery Man is Tom. We'll get into all the summaries. What other predictions did we have? Or we can just go through it as we go through the summary. Maybe we'll remember.
Yeah, I think our big ones was about who Tom was. And then, oh my God, I'm like blanking. I can't even remember anything else now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe it will
it's
come
6
to
p.m.
us
on a weekday. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, are we ready for the summary?
Yes.
But first, our intro.
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Candace.
And today we are on part 2 of The Boyfriend, which goes from chapter 19 to I think 43. Is that right?
I think so.
That's okay. We'll check in the title. As you can see, it's 6 o'clock on a weekday.
I was just gonna ask
about
for a
how
rate.
we're feeling.
I was gonna ask for a rate, review, subscribe, but I feel like we're only giving a 3-star energy right now. Can we get a pity 5 stars, please and thank you?
That would bring us up.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, don't know what chapter, but that's okay. It'll be in the title. So anyways, we're on part 2.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yep, that was our intro. All right, we got a summary. So like before, we're going to start with the before time. See what Tom is up to, and then we'll go to present day.
Yes.
All right. So in the before time, Tom and Daisy are living their best high school sweetheart lives until Allison comes in the picture. She has never liked Tom. I know. She has never liked Tom, and especially does not like Slug, and she thinks Tom's a creep. Why? Because Allison knows that Tom was secretly dating Brandy, the girl who's been missing for 4 months. And Allison knows that Brandy and Tom were planning on meeting the night she disappeared. Allison tells Tom that he needs to break up with Daisy. Tom doesn't really have a rebuttal to the whole Allison thing, and he kind of agrees that he may be a danger to Daisy, so he agrees to do it. But the plot thickens when Brandy's body is found. She was buried. I know. Oh, it's spooky. She was buried. See, this is like all my worst fears coming true. Young kids being kidnapped, being murdered. It's too
Your
much for
young
me.
mom
Yeah, I
with
can't
a
do it.
Franklet and a blanket. Oh
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to take a little Franklin in a blanket?
my God, everyone. There's probably a line out
I
the door.
know. Oh, don't say that. But this time it wasn't a Franklin in a blanket. It was a Brandy in the Sandy.
Oh no! Brandy and the Sandy,
Oh
R.I.P.
no. Poor Brandy. Okay, she was found. She was buried a few miles from school and was discovered as all the snow started melting. The police come to school and start questioning everyone who knew her. Since no one knew about Tom and Allison's secret affair, he's low on
Tom
the
and
list of students called
Brandy's
in. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I kept mixing up their names. Tom and Brandy's. All right.
secret affair.
I think I got
Yep.
it right. Yeah, but yeah, so no one knew about Tom and Brandy's secret affair. So Tom is low on the list of students called in. But eventually, he is called in by none other than Daisy's dad,
Dun,
chief
dun,
detective guy.
dun. All right, I'm
Dun,
gonna
dun,
stop with these sound
dun.
effects. It's too much. I'm done. I'm done.
Every sentence is a sound effect in this story.
That's how it is reading the book. Every
I
page, you're like, oh my
know.
God, oh my God. All right.
Oh, especially this section. Okay. Tom says he barely knew Allison and definitely wasn't planning on seeing her the night of the crime. Daisy's dad doesn't suspect a thing and says he's so glad Daisy is dating such a stand-up guy like Tom.
Ugh.
Yikes. No. All right. Tom still hasn't broken up with Daisy and he is savoring all the time he has with her. After walking her home one day, he goes home and makes dinner for himself since his mom is out of town and his dad is at work, the bar, who knows? Everything is going swell until his dad comes home. Dad yells at Tom for not making him dinner, and then he makes some really gross, like genuinely very gross comments about wanting to get with Daisy. Tom is filled with anger and stabs his dad with a knife. Realizing that his dad is going to call an ambulance and that Tom will then get in trouble, Tom decides to finish the job and then slits his dad's throat.
Okay, can we pause and
Yeah.
just chat about this?
Oh,
What did
so
you
much.
think about Tom murdering his dad?
I mean, I didn't think it, we definitely saw this coming.
Yeah.
Tom is fascinated with cutting people in general, and he has this deep hatred for his dad. He's talked about it before. And when he's killing him here, he mentions he's like, I've imagined this so many times in my mind, it's easy to do. But so I'm not too surprised that he killed him, but he definitely does not have a killer mind because he had no plan. And as we'll
Uh,
see later, he has no alibi. He
no.
keeps making his alibi worse
Oh my
every time
God.
he's asked about it. So I still feel like Tom is a very like inside of him, he is a very sweet child. He just has something a little off with him
Hmm.
and has not had the right kind of care and attention that he would need so that he doesn't become a serial killer.
Does he
But
have
given the
a,
circumstances.
does he potentially have a demon inside of him?
Oh my gosh. Is this the origin of Killing Millie?
I don't know. I don't know. Does he
Oh my
have like, I mean,
gosh.
right? Does anyone describe like a demon inside of you wanting to kill someone more than Tom?
You're right. Oh my goodness. I think the Killy Millie demon theory has a place here.
I think so. The only place where it
Yikes.
hasn't shown up yet is, I mean, maybe we'll see. Do the fingerprints get wiped up and Tom gets out scot-free?
That's true. Because, yeah, it was terribly hidden.
Terribly executed. No alibi. DNA
Mm-mm.
everywhere.
Yes. He's like, let me wipe the blood off on the floor.
Literally,
Just rub it in.
yeah, he literally got his rug. What did he do with it? Did he burn it or did
He
he throw it
rolled.
away?
I think they buried the dad in the rug.
Oh my
I
God.
know. I
It,
know. They were thinking about throwing him in the river, which is even worse, I think.
terrible idea. But you know
I
what?
know.
That's what a kid would do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They are just in high school. I mean, yeah, it's not like I would really have a much better thought. We thought maybe the dad worked at the morgue and
Yes.
he could burn the bodies there or something.
Yes, I was
Not the
so
case.
excited about that idea.
Mm-mm. But
No.
you know what? It kind of comes up with what current day Tom's job is, which we'll get into.
Oh, yes. I do feel like we got that.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, that wasn't really hard to predict, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we still got it.
Tom's dad works at like the local Home Depot,
Right.
not a
Yeah.
mortician.
Totally not interesting. I know.
I know. Lame. Uh, at this point, did you think Tom was the killer of Brandy?
I don't think so. I honestly I don't remember what I thought, but I don't think so because he still does seem like kind of innocent. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. And he seemed genuinely scared about like being called in for Brandy, but not because he killed her, but because he did have some incriminating, extenuating circumstances.
Yes.
So, and I figured that was all it was he just didn't want to spill the beans that he didn't want to make himself look guilty.
Yes. I get that. I agree with that.
Although, question for that. So this whole time he's been nervous about the cops. Even
Hmm.
before he killed the dad, he was nervous about Daisy's dad being chief police detective or whoever. Is there something else that has happened, or is it because he was just so close to Brandy the day she disappeared that he's just nervous?
I think what's strange about the whole Brandy situation is that it appears that Tom knows Brandy is dead before she's been
Mm.
found dead.
Mm-hmm.
So how could that be?
Well, are you sure he
Unless,
does?
because he says no one will ever know that I
Oh,
would.
that's
He said
true.
he makes like comments like that, which to me make me feel like he knows that she's not coming back.
That's true. Okay, he makes that comment, but then also when Daisy calls him and says, Brandy's been found, he seems surprised. He's like, why is she crying? Isn't it good that she's been found? But then she says, no, she's been
Oh,
brutally murdered. I
oh,
don't know. So we're getting mixed signals.
yes. So if we go to the demon theory, then Tom is killing these people in
Hmm.
blackouts
Blacked
and
out.
forgetting it.
Makes sense.
Okay. It makes sense if it's the demon theory. If it's not the demon theory, then he's saying this finality, thinking that Brandy has run away genuinely and is never coming
Mm,
back.
yeah, right. And maybe she had mentioned something to him. They're both troubled souls,
Yes.
and it could make sense that she would run away or something.
Right. Exactly. So that's a
Could be.
possibility.
It's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you think that Daisy's dad, the cop, really thought that Tom was innocent?
I thought it was a ruse. I thought it was a
Yeah.
ruse until the second time Tom gets called in. Then I was like, okay, maybe that first time the dad really did trust Tom.
Right.
But I thought he was setting up Tom to be like, oh, I trust you so much, Tom, just so that Tom would then like break under the pressure. It's like, I did it. I killed her.
Yes, exactly. Be like, no, don't give me your trust. I don't
I
deserve
know.
it.
I know. But then I guess the dad does say, like, oh, keep walking Daisy home, keep her safe. And if he really thought Tom was a murderer,
Yeah,
he wouldn't do that.
I agree with that.
So,
Do you think Tom's dad deserved to die?
ooh. I think we talked about this last time, where
Yeah.
it's like he did some really, really, really bad things. Still shouldn't murder someone, is my thought.
Hmm.
Like, especially since in this case, it wasn't out of self-defense, you
Hmm.
know? I don't
Could
know.
you say
I,
it
I
was
kind of
like
find, uh-huh.
preemptively out of self-defense? Like he felt like he was endangered?
It sounds a little slippery, sloppery, little wishy-washy. I mean, maybe because it sounded like he potentially was like threatening Daisy, maybe,
Yeah.
or was gonna assault her or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I feel like maybe calling the cops would be the better first move.
And then
But
what?
like I don't totally blame Tom,
I know.
you know? So like, yeah. What do you
I
think?
know. Uh, if he was in my court, I would say manslaughter. And Because he did kill someone, but I wouldn't call it
Right?
premeditated. I
Definitely
wouldn't call
wasn't
it,
that.
I wouldn't call
Well,
it,
in some ways it was.
maybe in some ways. Maybe like hot-blooded murder. Is that different from manslaughter?
I don't know. I feel like we looked this up before. Our Google search is riddled with
Ugh.
incriminating searches. I know.
Let's see.
Tom premeditates on the method of killing, not on what to do afterwards.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Voluntary manslaughter is a hot-blooded murder. So it's an intentional killing, but it's reduced murder due to mitigating circumstances. A
Oh, this
killing
could
that
be hot-blooded.
occurs in the heat of passion following an adequate provocation. So you've been provoked to such a point where, okay, I kind of get it.
I could see a lawyer arguing that this was not adequate provocation. Like throughout his whole life, I guess if you include that, then you could say yes. But this one isolated circumstance, I don't know. I don't know if it,
Yes.
you know, justifies murder.
It would be tough. It would be tough, especially because Tom would 100% have a public defender. So I know for a fact he would be sent straight to jail
Yeah.
for 25 to life. But if it was my court, I would say voluntary manslaughter, hot-blooded murder, but not like premeditated.
Yeah. I can get behind that.
Hmm.
Court candy.
Especially because just before Tom's dad had stuck him with a poker knife.
That's true. I mean, I think that was a little while before,
It
but
was.
yeah, that had happened.
But I guess I'm just saying like things have been escalating,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
escalating. So,
Yeah,
hmm,
I could see that. Oh,
okay.
anything else for so far?
Nope. Mm-mm.
All right.
Let's carry on.
So, in his moment of need, Tom calls the one person he can fully trust, Slug. Slug shows up and is
Time
completely
out.
unfazed. Yes,
That's so bleak.
the
The
Slug
one
is the only
person,
one.
that's the person you can call. Like, oh my God, what a sad
Well,
life.
well, he did mention that in the beginning. He's like, Slug's my only friend. So I really
Yes.
can't say too much about him. But like, I will say, if you've just murdered someone, I think anyone's circle of trusted individuals would be very small.
I agree it would be small, but to be like Slug is like the one, he seems unreliable.
Really? Even for something like this? Because he seems like the perfect person for this.
He seems
He
like a
said earlier it'd be fine.
he seems like a great person who would help you out and do it. I think he's great for that. I feel like he's unreliable in the if he gets caught,
Oh.
Spidey fingers
Slug would
going
be
right on
like,
you.
yeah. Slug would be like, yeah, we did it. What's wrong? I don't see the
Yes,
issue.
exactly. He said my friend asked me for help and I said, "Sure, why not?"
What was wrong?
What was wrong?
Wouldn't you do the
Yeah.
same?
Yes. He
I'm a good
just
friend. Is that a crime?
my crime being a good friend. And for that I'm guilty. Put me away. Yeah. So I think Slug is good at getting it done. The aftermath and what we see happens next is exactly what I would expect out of calling a slug to help you get rid of a murdered body.
Oh my gosh. Yikes. Yeah, they are in high school.
They are
I
in high
guess
school.
I guess neither of them had a good plan. Although I have questions on that when we I guess maybe get to the end of it. Mainly, why wasn't Slug's plan better?
It sounds like he's done it 100 times. All right, let's keep going.
Right? Wouldn't you think? Okay. All right. So yeah, let's get there. So he calls Slug. Slug shows up and is completely unfazed that Tom just murdered his dad. Slug's got a suspiciously detailed and thought out plan of getting rid of the body, so he and Tom set to work. By thought out plan, I mean he knew exactly how many trash bags to cover the trunk with, was ready to set to work, knew where to take the body.
Yes.
Other things were not thought out.
Yes.
Okay. Tom, on the other hand, is freaking out. He and Slug are carrying the body to Slug's trunk when who do they see? But Allison walking her dog.
Ah.
Dang it, Allison. Allison says, "You got some raw meat there? My dog only barks next to raw meat." Which I thought was crazy. Tom
That
laughs nervously.
that is a Frida special. You will not find that in any other book. I
Oh,
promise you.
oh, but there's a lot. There's a few Frida specials in this section. I love it. Hilarious.
There was one about like picking your nose, and I was like, "What?"
Wait, I forgot that one.
I'll have to look it up.
Okay. She brought out the booty calls again. I
She brought
love it
out
when she does
the
that.
booty calls. She brought the picking the nose. These things where you're like, I would never.
No, she makes up a word. It's in my summary. We'll get to
Oh,
it later.
yes. Yes.
It's so good. Ah. Okay, but yeah, so Allison asks about the raw meat. Tom laughs nervously, and Slug makes up a story about getting meat for a cookout.
Hmm.
Allison shrugs and walks away, but Slug says, "This is a big loose end. We gotta take care of it." Tom and Slug bury the dad. Slug goes back home. Tom goes to his home to clean up the mess, and then they reconvene at school the next day. When Tom arrives, he sees a horde of cop cars surrounding the school. The whole town is mourning because another girl has been found dead. Allison. Not only that, but Allison's body looks similar to Brandy's body, suggesting the same person took, tortured, and murdered both of them. Tom is freaking out times a gajillion, but Slug seems oddly calm and says, "Huh, how lucky. Someone fixed our problem for us." Wink, wink.
Okay. So obviously, it looks like Slug killed her.
I think it's got to be Slug.
Unless Slug has an evil older brother.
Snake.
Snake. Yeah. But it feels like it has to be Slug, right? There's no
I think it
mystery
has to
there.
be Slug. Yeah. I think we're going out on a limb with saying that Jake is actually Tom. I
Yeah.
think we just gotta go the Frida way.
Yep.
Tom really was the mystery man. Slug is really the murderer.
Yep. Nothing else.
I think so. And I
Yeah.
got another theory on Slug in present day.
Ooh. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right, let's keep
Mm-hmm.
going.
All right. Okay, yes. So this time, Daisy's dad is not trusting of Tom when he pulls him in for questioning. Tom's story isn't lining up with what other students have said. So Daisy's dad says he doesn't want Tom walking Daisy home anymore. Tom is devastated.
So what exactly wasn't lining up? I can't
So
remember.
basically, the dad was like, "Hey, how well did you know Allison?" And Tom was like, "Allison, never heard of her." And he was
Oh
like, "Weren't you
yeah.
lab partners?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, sometimes." And then he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Word on the street is Allison was telling you to break up with Daisy because Allison didn't trust you." And Tom said, "What?" So it's like a lot of
Oh
other people had all
yes.
these details, and Tom didn't bring any of them up, denied all of them, made him
Mm-hmm.
suspicious.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Spooky. All right, last little bit. Tom's Tom's mom comes home from her trip and she says, "Huh, where's Dad? Where's the carpet? Why is Dad's car still here?" Tom, who is clearly not a killer, keeps changing his story. He should have just said, "I don't know where Dad is," because that would have been kind of true and it would have been believable. Because his dad just went out on vendors and would disappear for a while.
Yes. The problem is that he didn't start there. He
Right.
didn't.
Mm-hmm. He didn't start there.
His mom like called and said, "Hey, where's your dad?" And he's like, "Oh, I think he's at the bar." So then the mom calls the bar, and you're like, "Oh my God, mom, stop!" And
No.
she's like, "Your dad's not at the bar." And he's like, "Well, oh, I don't know. He's at work." And then she's like, "I called work. He's not there." And he's like, "Oh my
I
God."
know. Okay, so questions for this. Why does the mom want to get into touch with the dad? Because they don't have a good relationship. It seems like she'd be very happy to have a break. What is it?
I think it could be two things. One is that you can be in a horrific relationship like this and still feel the need to try to take care of the other person. You get in this like really weird dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one. the other one that I would think is that maybe she wants to know where he is at all times so that she can be as prepared as possible,
Oh, that's a good point.
you know?
Yeah.
Keep your enemies close type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do
I
you
could see
think?
that. Well, I have two thoughts. One, maybe she could be protecting Tom, although then I feel like she'd be
Mm,
calling Tom more directly and just asking, like, hey, what has your dad been up to? Not necessarily wanting to talk to the dad directly.
yeah.
That could be one thing. But the second thing, and this is a little theory I have, is that she went to go visit her uncle who had a heart, no, her
Her sister.
her her sister's husband who had a heart attack. I think so. It was Tom's uncle who had the heart attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Does heart attack raise any flags for you based off things we learn in present day?
Oh my God. I forgot.
Okay. Well, when Tom and Sydney are on their date, they're talking about their family, and Tom says, oh, my dad died from a heart attack in high school. Which my note to that was, did
Oh,
Tom attack
yes.
his dad's heart? And it turns out, yes, Tom did kill his dad. But my second thought is, what if Tom's bio dad is his uncle? And so his bio dad died from a heart attack. And maybe that's
Oh.
why the other dad was abusive to mom, was because Tom wasn't actually his kid.
Okay. I could see that. I feel like there was somewhere, I don't have it underlined in the book, where they said that Tom kind of looked like the dad, but sometimes that just happens.
They say, I think he says that he has his same eyes or something. Well, okay, so in the beginning he says, I got nothing from my dad. I don't have any of his genes.
Hmm.
But then when he's looking him in the eye when he's about to kill the dad, he's like, I see
Hmm.
my same eyes staring back at me, which maybe just means they both got he got the murder gene from
You got the
him.
murder gene.
Yeah, just
Ah.
from, being raised by him. So they both have murderous
Yeah.
eyes,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know.
I like that. I like what you're saying. I think the easiest, the Occam's razor explanation is that the best kind of lies are partially true.
Yeah,
So you could just say, "Oh, my dad died of a heart attack, but it was actually my uncle."
right. That's true. That's a good point.
But I like what you're saying. But it would be an even better lie if it was actually the truth. My bio dad did die of a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
My raised father, I killed, but you didn't ask that one. So
Right. Should have been more specific.
should have been more specific. Can't help you. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. And so then maybe she was trying to call the dad to say, like, we got the paternity results back. It's
Yeah.
you're not the father. I don't know. Maybe something along those lines.
Yes.
Maybe. Or maybe
I
she
could
needed money
also
or something. I don't know.
I could also see, oh, why was the mom calling for Tom's dad that he killed?
Right.
I think a third option could also be that maybe she just wants to check the state of mind that he's in, and she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't believe Tom to be truthful or like know enough.
Mm.
So maybe she's like trying to see like can he get a sentence out or is he sleeping? You know?
Okay.
Is he
For
like in a drunken stupor, not taking care
uh-huh.
of my kid and he can't even string a
Oh,
sentence
okay.
together?
Oh,
Or
yeah. Keeping
it,
tabs on him.
yeah, so maybe that could be another
That could be
possibility.
it. Yeah. I know. I mean, his bio dad being his uncle, that might be too much of a tangent for this story. Too superfluous, as they say.
Yeah, so far there's been no twists.
Yeah.
It's
Kind
been
of
kind of
right.
straightforward.
Right. Yeah, the main characters we have, they've been the murderers
Hmm.
and the mystery people.
The joke might be on us. It might not be a mystery at all. It might be us watching Sydney, present day, untangle what we already know.
Oh. Nah, Frida's gonna have a twist though in the end.
I think so. She always likes
Hmm.
to save one for us.
I kind of think the twist might be less on who did it, but why they did it.
Mm,
Like why are they so into murder? Because it might still just be Tom and Slug,
yeah.
but why?
Mm-hmm.
That could be it.
Yeah. But regardless, this has completed the first part of our theory, which is that Tom and Slug are
Oh.
together on murders. Zoom, happy birthday. Um, they're tied together on these murders and maybe they keep doing it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. I kind of, um, you want to talk more about that theory now, or should we just get
Yeah,
into it at the end? Okay.
let's talk
Well,
about it now.
I'm feeling like Tom doesn't like the murders, but
No.
Slug has him in too deep, and
Hmm.
Slug likes the murders. So he's kind of using Tom to like rake in the ladies, maybe.
Hmm.
So then Slug can murder them. I don't know.
I think they have some dysfunctional relationship where Tom is empathetic and it seems like he's gotten in too deep,
Mm-hmm.
whereas Slug is like the full-blown psychopath.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you think Tom does kind of like like doing the murder though? Maybe he does. So he really likes blood, likes cutting people.
That might be the demon component where there's
Could
two
be.
sides to Tom. And the nice side of Tom doesn't like those things, but the demon side of Tom loves it. And
Needs
the
it.
demon kind of seeps through the membrane. And so
Yeah.
now Tom has these like desires and urges that he doesn't understand.
Oh, poor Tom. He doesn't know
Poor
what's coming for
Tom.
him.
He doesn't know. Mm-mm.
He's gonna
No.
train Killy Millie.
Well, based on Killy Millie, she's going to kill him. One hundo P. Killy Millie only
I
kills men.
know. Yeah.
Oh, well, no. She did kill Wendy Bird from Housemaid 2. Oh, did she?
Hmm.
No, she didn't kill anybody.
She didn't.
You're right. She
Spoiler,
trained.
spoiler, spoiler.
Oh, shoot. Oh,
We
whatever. All right. Carry on.
can cut
Carry
it
on.
out.
Yes. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So are we ready to go to present day?
Let's do it.
All right. So today, Sydney has decided she's ready to get back on Cinch and is now on the best first date ever. Things are going perfectly until her nose starts bleeding.
Dun,
She's gushing blood, and her date looks mortified. And who walks in but Mystery Man? Mystery Man once again comes to the rescue and helps her nosebleed. The original date walks out on her, and Mystery Man takes his place. Sydney and Mystery Man, who we learn is named Tom Brown, hit it off, get dinner, and then start dating. Tom is a doctor, is very gentlemanly, and is unbecredifabulous in
Oh,
bed. I
no.
love that word.
Oh, no.
That was hilarious.
What
Uh,
are all the combinations?
Unbelievable, incredible, and fabulous. Unbecredifabulous.
Perfect.
I loved it.
I like how fabulous is just totally in there.
I think even just fabulous on its own is a funny word. So then
Yes.
having all of it with the prefix unbecredi,
Why not?
it's great. I love it.
You
Unbecredifabulous.
won't get this in New York Times
No.
bestsellers.
Oh no. Well, this is a New York Times bestseller.
Oh, you won't
Pulitzer
get
Prize
this
winners.
in Pulitzer Prize winners. That's right.
Yeah, this is what we came here for.
Yes, exactly.
I
All
love it.
right.
Okay, Sydney can't find anything wrong with Dr. Tom. That is, of course, until a few months in. And at this point, we have a series of red flags. So the rest of my summary are these four red flags.
Hmm.
All right, number one, this was on the first time they met. He kept her bloody shirt when he saved her from a nosebleed. And maybe he just forgot, but she noticed it, and that could be a weird thing.
Hmm.
All right. Number two, he's in love with a dead girl, aka his first love from high school. Sydney thinks that's his fatal flaw, but Sydney thinks she can be his new love.
Hmm.
All right. And both of those things she's not very worried about. She's just kind of like, a little strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Number three, he's very nervous around cops. When he finds out Sydney's ex, Jake, is a cop, Tom starts getting real antsy. In fact, Jake texts Sydney the morning after Tom spends the night, and he asks if she's been on any weird cinch dates, which is such an awkward text to get. Sydney assures Tom that she uh Sydney assures Tom that she doesn't still talk to her ex, Jake, and she tells Jake to bug off and stop checking on her. Of course she hasn't been on any weird cinch dates. Hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. And number 4, this is the big one. Sydney and Tom are out for lunch when they run into family members of one of Tom's patients. The family just gushes about how much they love Dr. Brewer and Mount Sinai. Sydney thinks, huh, that's sweet, but isn't his name Dr. Brown? And don't you work at NYU? Tom says, ha ha ha, no, you must have misheard. Easy mistake. But Sydney doesn't really believe him. She tries to move on, but then she texts him a link to something, and she sees that his phone doesn't get the notification. She tries texting again, and it doesn't go through. Tom says, huh, weird. Don't worry about it. But Sydney is worrying about it. Why doesn't she have his real phone number? Is he using a burner phone? Dun dun dun.
I know. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I said I
know.
wouldn't.
Every sentence
I
needs a
know.
sound
I know.
effect. Man, but those were some big ones, especially at the end.
Okay, let's go through these and play our own red flag or deal breaker.
Okay.
All right. You're on a date with a gorgeous doctor,
hmm
not in med school, doctor. You nosebleed all over your shirt, and then he keeps it afterwards.
Okay, if he forgot that he had it, totally fine. If he says, "Hey, do you mind if I keep this?" Red flag. Then we're not going out again.
He doesn't mention it.
So he could have
It could go either
forgotten it.
way.
I would say yellow flag. It's possible he just forgot about it. And everything else
Okay.
was going great. So, yeah.
You ask for it, and he says,
Hmm.
oh, I threw it out. Like later on.
I think I'd believe him. You're like, okay, that's a bummer.
I think I'd believe it
It's kind
too.
of weird, but it did have blood all over it.
Yeah. You go to his apartment and you see it there.
I'd be freaked out at that point. I'm
And
already walked in.
he says, oh, I just haven't washed it. I was going to return it to you.
Oh, no, he's changing stories now. I don't like that.
No, he's never mentioned it in this scenario.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, that'd be kind of gross at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, oh, I was going to take it to the cleaners and return it to you. Nice and clean, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
That'd be weird. I would just take it at that point and be like, that's okay.
I would say, in of itself, none of these are a deal breaker to me. They are
Yeah.
a red flag. I'm paying attention, but I'm proceeding.
Yeah, I think so. I'm generally not assuming people are murderers,
Yes, I agree.
but maybe I should.
Maybe you should. Okay. He's in love with a dead girl from high school.
Um, it's been a long time since high school.
I know.
And basically how this comes up is she asks if he's ever been in love. And he gets all quiet. He says, "Oh yeah, I was once in high school, but she's dead now." So, I don't know. Does that mean he's still in love? Or does it mean that because Sydney was kind of interpreting that. She was like, ah,
Hmm.
he's in love with the dead girl. It could also just mean that he's still really sad when he thinks about it. I think that's reasonable.
To me, I think the deal breaker is actually hidden in the details, which is
Mm.
that he said he's never been in love again since high school, and he's like
Oh,
40.
that's true. Well, that's kind of what she's been trying to figure out. It's like, why is he still single?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Would you believe it though if he was like, oh, well, med school and residency, I was just so busy, I couldn't meet anybody, and now I've just been having trouble finding the right person?
Um, I think there's something about like finding the right person. I guess I don't feel like it's so hard to find someone that you could potentially love, that you could
Mm,
go all the way from 16 to 40 and not meet one person.
yeah,
Like
that's
that's kind of
true.
crazy.
I don't know. Maybe everyone has different thresholds for what they would consider like being in love with. Maybe being in love with like you're willing to marry them, like that wouldn't be just anybody.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, it's like just because you haven't been in love before doesn't mean that like that means you don't deserve love or something and I should like abandon
Right.
you. But if I were Sydney, it would be a deal breaker because she really wants to have kids. It sounds like she's
Hmm.
on a time crunch because of her eggs. And I wouldn't want to spend time with someone that hasn't figured out how to love someone in 20 years.
Oh, interesting. He just hasn't met Sydney.
For all those reasons, I'm out. What do you think?
I don't think that would be a deal breaker right away for me. I don't think so. I don't know. We also don't know that he's 40. In our minds, he is, but I think to Sydney, they're like the same age. And like, I don't think she's really been in
She's
love a lot.
36.
Yeah, and getting close to 40.
All right, you're 36. You're already a geriatric pregnant. You have 4 good years before now things are looking really dire and you hit the 40. Are you spending your time with the doctor?
Ugh. I don't know. I just don't see, because it seems like everything else is going so well.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, they're on the brink of being in love,
Yeah.
So where I'm
Hmm.
like, I would wait a little bit longer. I wouldn't cut it off right then.
Yeah. You would wait, give it a year, see where we're at, and if no progress, then maybe reevaluate.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a year. I mean, we'll see. I'm on that
Ho-
time crunch.
however long. Okay. Good. Okay, number 4. They tell you that the name that you knew them by and the place where they worked was mishearing.
Oh my gosh. I don't like that. At that point, I think they're out in a public place. We don't know what they do after the date. But at that
Hmm.
point, I would want to go home by myself. Don't want to be seeing him anymore.
Hmm.
I although I don't know, like if you're actually imagining that situation, I would be thinking like maybe I did mishear. Yeah, if we're
Yeah.
only talking about the mishearing, I think I could believe I'm like, okay, maybe I did. It's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah.
Why would he lie? Red flag.
Okay. I think number 2, deal breaker, love with a dead girl. Oh, I skipped number 3. Okay. Number 4, which is the mishearing of the names.
Mm-hmm.
Independent, I think, is a red flag. I think I would proceed with caution. I am known to mishear.
Yeah.
I feel like I wrote this in my notes. Sydney is an accountant. This girly pop is
Mm,
detail oriented.
good point. Good point.
I do not think she's mishearing.
I don't think so
So,
either. No, Tom
yeah.
definitely said the other thing.
Yeah. Um, so independent, I would say red flag, but paired with any other red flag, we're
I
out.
know. It's
We're
getting
out.
weird.
Yep. Okay, the last one, they're very nervous around cops.
Well, there's two more.
Oh, what's the other one?
They're around cops and they're potentially texting you from a burner phone.
Burner phone, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, that's weird. That's super weird.
Deal
What if they
breaker.
said they're like, oh, my connection is just weird sometimes? Would you
No.
believe them?
No, why didn't you tell me about this in the first 6 months? Why am I just now hearing about this?
Don't
Because
like
if
it.
you had like weird connection or some weird phone problems, you would say, "Oh, hey, sometimes my phone's like weird, da, 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 so I have this extra one." Okay, great. What's that number? Like that's I feel like a
Mm.
forthcoming person would say that.
Well, I was saying if you send a text, he's like, oh, sometimes my text messages don't come through. That's why you don't see it.
I would say, "I know I'm being a freak, but let me just see your phone and let me just call my
Ooh,
phone."
ooh, that's a good point. Am I in your contacts?
Right. Am I in your contacts? Do we have the same thread?
Yeah.
And I would say,
Ooh,
I know I'm being like so crazy right now. I was like, but Just show me and I'll feel better. And then I'll drop it. I'll never bring it up again.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Do you think you actually would say that though? I don't know if I'd actually have the guts to say it.
I think I would. I'm so nosy. I'm so nosy. And Andrew calls me a dog with a bone. Once something's in the noggin, like I I circle the drain until I get it resolved. I would just say
Yeah, till we
I
crack that case.
yeah, literally I'd be like, we cannot proceed with the date until I see our text thread history.
Yeah.
Because
Honestly, should be easy.
it should be easy. Just show me and then we're done.
Yeah. I think that's wise. That's
Yeah.
wise.
And then if he got defensive about it, he's like, oh, well, you don't believe me? And I'd be like, fair, but I need to see it. Otherwise, we're done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Cheaters don't got nothing to hide.
Cheaters.
Or no, what is that?
I think
I
that's
guess it'd be
right.
the opposite. Cheaters do have something to hide though.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Innocent
yeah,
people
yeah.
don't run. You know, that
Yeah,
sort of idea.
exactly. Exactly right. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and then that
Okay.
deal breaker or
Deal
red flag or
breaker.
deal breaker.
Deal
He's
breaker.
nervous around cops.
Oh, nervous around cops. If you can explain why, if you've had bad interactions with the cops before, if you're a person of color, that would make sense to me. If you're like a rich white person with no criminal background
That you know of.
that I know of, like that's weird to me. I need the story. Why are you scared of cops? I need to know.
Yeah, I feel like if they had a reason, I'd be like, okay. And also, I'm reading into this because we know that he's nervous about cops. Sydney thinks he just is nervous around her ex-boyfriend, which makes more sense. And maybe not nervous, but just kind of like on edge.
That made total sense. Sydney's
Right.
text messages with her ex-boyfriend that she lived with for 7 years is honestly a deal breaker for me from Tom's side. You cannot be talking to them at all. After
I
seven
know.
years, no. No.
Don't worry, he's just gotten back in touch after this whole big murder mystery.
Okay, that's great.
This psycho killed her.
Yeah, loop me
Wonder
out.
who
Like,
did it.
no. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay, yeah. So all those things together, though, deal breakers for Tom.
Definitely. All the pieces together, absolute.
I know.
Independent, maybe, as we talked about.
Mm-hmm. Gosh. Okay. So this leaves us with we only have one section left to figure
Oh,
out what's going to happen, right?
yep.
Because we're reading in three parts. Yeah.
Hmm.
So we need to figure out what's going to happen. Why is it going to happen? What are we doing? I also have a few specific questions of things that we've read so far.
Yeah, let's go through it.
Start there. Okay. One of my questions is, have we learned Slug's real name? Is it Randall?
Is Randall the super?
Randy.
Randy.
And he was very unemotional at Bonnie's funeral. He said, why are you guys crying?
Yes. So our two contenders, because we kind of figured that Tom was either the mystery man, who he was, or he was secretly Jake. Okay, that's been resolved. Our next one was piecing in who is Slug. And so our top contenders for that was the super Randy Randall or Sydney's first dating boyfriend. His name
Kevin.
Larry? Kevin.
Larry. Kevin.
Why not? So one of the things that put it in the bucket of it's not Kevin is because Tom witnessed Kevin and the attack with Sydney. If we're under the pretense that Tom and Slug are doing some murders together, there's no way that they would pick one of, was it, who died? Bonnie? Bonnie's close friends. Like, I think that's why Tom gets so, like, upset about everything because he realizes where Sydney lives and that she has connections to Bonnie. And that's when he starts getting, like, so weird about it. So does it make sense for Slug to be Kevin, I guess is the question.
I don't think that necessarily negates that Slug could be Kevin. I don't think Slug is Kevin, but because basically the whole Tom was surprised, was thrown off when Sydney said she knew Bonnie because Tom thought Sydney lived in that first apartment where Kevin attacked her.
That's true.
And so it's possible that Slug didn't know that Sydney and Bonnie were related. He was just on this cinch date doing their normal thing.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you're right. Would it negate Randall? Randy the super? Because
I think Randy's the super. Mm-hmm.
Randy would definitely know Bonnie and Sydney.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. But maybe he's still his Slug self and he's like, whatever, what's the issue?
Well, and maybe the whole thing with Sydney was happenstance. It wasn't a planned ruse.
Right. Mm-hmm. And Tom was just like, oh, though this is perfect. Sydney lives over here. I know where she lives. She'll
Hmm.
be a great next victim.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, my first girlfriend, getting rid of her. I need another one on this side of the borough. My favorite pizza place is here. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Perfect.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So we think that Slug is Randy.
I think so. Oh, because the other detail is Sydney suggested, hey, let's do a double date with Randy and whatever the friend's name is, Gretchen or whoever.
Hmm.
And Tom freaked out.
Yes.
So, which, yeah, I guess it is kind of weird, but I mean, that could kind of make sense. Or it's like, what, is Slug gonna tell Tom every woman that Gretchen hangs out with?
No, but it
I
sounds
guess
like
Bonnie.
Bonnie, it sounds like Gretchen, Bonnie, and Sydney were like the Sex and the City trio.
Yeah.
Those would come up.
I know. Yeah, you're kind of right. Maybe Slug's oblivious. I don't know.
All right, well let's think through. So Slug and Tom, what? They just kill women for sport?
Maybe Slug, that's like his weird thing. Yeah, I think Slug is the evil ringleader and Tom is
Hmm.
his minion. Could be. But Tom seems too smart to just be like under Slug's rule, you know?
Well, so we find out what kind of doctor is Tom? He's an autopsy doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Was that right?
Yeah. He works in the morgue.
What if I was gonna say, what if Tom just loves like cutting bodies or something, and Slug gets him
Kind
the
of think
bodies, and then they
so.
go to the morgue where he gets to operate on them guilt free or something.
Maybe, but Bonnie was found in her bed. Also, it's like, how does Slug really play into this? Maybe does Slug actually do the murder, the killing, so Jake doesn't, or I mean, Tom doesn't have to?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then the
Oh,
body ends up in the morgue, and so they need to make sure that it's in his like jurisdiction.
so maybe they both have like these weird addictions. Slug
Yeah,
needs to murder, Tom needs to cut,
yeah.
and so they just do it together. Ooh. But why would he be okay just dating women and doing that? Like that still doesn't. I guess that's how weird his addiction is.
I
You know,
guess.
he's got that much of an issue.
Yeah, like maybe Tom wants to he wants to do the kill, but he can't, so Slug pulls the trigger.
Hmm. Do you think he and Slug have a sort of like bromance thing going on? Where like no
Wait,
woman will take the place of you. And so they're just like on there doing their best friend
song
hangout
and
thing.
dance.
Yeah.
I'm not getting gay vibes from either of them. If
Well, not
anything,
like gay, just like genuinely like just friends, actually.
oh,
But like their friendship just goes so deep. They're like, no woman could come in between this or take your place. So
oh,
dating is just kind of like a fun side thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm. I could see that. I could see maybe more of like their evil bond like ties them so close together that they can't have
Mm-hmm.
like real intimate relationships.
Mm.
So they can
Mm-hmm.
only bond with each other like truly.
Yeah, that could be it.
Is there a scenario where Tom is a good guy? Could that be a possible?
I think we always try to go for that angle where the obvious villain is actually good,
Yeah.
and then it never works out. But I let's try to think through it. Could he be being manipulated by Slug? Tom doesn't want to do it, but he has to.
Yeah, like Tom's trying to find Slug and like get him, you know, nail him down.
Oh. Oh, okay. You think?
And he knows like all of Slug's MOs, so he works at the autopsy so that he can see who who Slug's killed and he's trying to take him down.
Oh, okay. All right. And so he knows Slug killed someone in this building. And so when he sees Sydney lives there, he's like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay, yeah, maybe. So why does he have um the burner phone? And why did he lie about his name and stuff?
Maybe he's like undercover. He doesn't want Slug to know that he's like circling around him
Oh, that could
somehow.
be it. That could be it. Because if she says, "Oh, I went on a date with Tom Brewer,"
Yeah.
Randy, aka Slug, would be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. That could be good.
And then his burner phone is with like undercover cop or something. He's like in cahoots.
Oh, I could see that. I think he's still scared of cops, though.
I know.
And I kind of feel like he hid his identity because there's probably some newspaper article somewhere about him
100%.
ditching home in high school.
100%.
So,
Okay. Is there a different angle that we can think of this through?
um, let's think. Okay, so oh, Tom and Slug could be the murderers. Tom could be trying to turn Slug in.
Hmm.
Slug could be not involved. Do you think that's possible?
Not involved at all?
Sure, maybe not involved, or maybe Slug's trying to turn Tom in. I think that's unlikely.
That could be. So, okay, what are the options? So we have Tom and Slug. So option 1, Tom is evil and Slug is evil. We've
They
already
do their
talked
killing
about that.
sprees together.
Yep. Option 2, Tom is good and Slug is evil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've talked through that. Option 3, Tom is evil and Slug is good.
I think it's unlikely.
Feels unlikely, but if that were to happen, I really don't know how that would work out.
Yeah,
And then option 4,
maybe
they're both good.
that's true. That'd be a very boring story, but it could be.
Yes. What were you gonna say?
Um, well, it's like maybe Slug could be trying to turn him in. What if Slug is Jake?
Uh,
I don't think so, though.
okay. Option 5.
Well, that could be option three. Tom is evil, Slug is good, and Slug is Jake.
Oh,
And that's why Tom is so worried. He's like, "Oh my gosh, not only is it a cop, but it's my best friend from high school cop who knows all
that
my
would,
dirt."
okay, that would be actually, I really like that. That would be really interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Slug could be Jake. All right, what else happens?
Slug, has he turned from his evil, murderous ways?
Well, we've been getting everything from Tom's perspective.
That's true.
So it's possible there's a flip. Tom has the demon.
Mm-hmm.
Slug helped him get rid of this one body, his dad.
Mm-hmm.
He mentions the loose end because he's just,
Pragmatic.
pragmatic. He's just pragmatic. Tom does all the killings.
That's true. So do you think Tom could have killed Daisy? No, Allison?
Yeah,
Ooh, and who's the first girl? Brandy?
Brandy. Yeah.
Ooh.
His MO
Ooh,
is
that would
basic
be a
white girl
twist.
names.
Yeah. Brandy, Allison, Daisy, Sydney, Bonnie.
None of body. No one's safe. Because I
Ooh.
believe all of the women have been slashed, slashed up.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
And
like with a knife.
Tom, yep, Tom used a knife. Tom's now a doctor. And I think you mentioned that before, where it was very like artful cuts.
I don't think they did say that, but that was my
Oh,
hunch was that they were going to say, wow, these are very
yeah,
precise.
precise. So that could be he became a doctor to try to hide his urges. It's too
Mm,
much. He can't. Slug is like, this guy is bad news, and I've known since the beginning.
yeah.
I can't get him for the dad murder, but I've been trying to catch him on something else. And so I became a
Oh,
detective.
uh-huh. That could be good.
Okay.
I like that theory. Man, I'm kind of sold on it, but we always go for the hidden identity
Yeah.
angle, and it never's true. But I think that could be good.
Okay. Which option do you think it is? And then we'll do which option you want it to be.
Mm. Which one do I actually think? I think they're probably both evil. That seems to be the direction we've been going. All the obvious ones have been true.
Yep. All the signs point to option one. I agree.
Hmm. What I want it to be, I'm kind of sold on our Slug is good and Slug is Jake theory.
I want Jake to not be Jake,
I
however that works
know.
out.
He could be Tom, he could be Slug, he could be the dad. Who knows?
He could be Bonnie. Yeah, it doesn't
He could
matter.
be Bonnie,
Why not?
anybody,
Anybody.
not
I just
Jake.
just not Jake. I want him to have a hidden identity.
Yes, come on.
Okay. All right. So we think option one, where the book is going. Option three, where we want it to go.
I had a thought with this, but I forget what it was.
Oh, Chrissy
I'm gonna
wrote
write it down.
von Willebrand syndrome,
Syndrome. Yeah. Hmm.
which is the hemophiliac or like the not blood clotting disease.
Right, right. So how is that gonna play? Does Tom just love blood? Oh, I remember what my thought was. I'll 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 remember it after though. Okay. Does Tom just love blood and that's why his victims are all like bloody and that's why he's kind of staying, maybe that's why he likes Sydney so much. She can give him the blood without actually dying. And so
He's
he's
a
like the perfect
vampire.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a vampire and he's like, "Oh my God,
Maybe.
your blood just shoots out like a rocket."
Perfect.
I could see that. I think I think he's definitely attracted to blood and I think Sydney having her disease is very attractive to him.
That might keep her safe. Or should be an extra juicy victim.
Yeah. I think I I said this in the beginning, I say it now. I think she's gonna Hansel and Gretel her way with her
Yeah,
blood.
I know. Make her
Yeah,
little trail.
drop her DNA everywhere. That's what I think she's gonna do.
Yeah, I could
That's
see
how I
that. But
think
I
that
mean, if
ties
she's
in.
the murder victim, that's not all that surprising that her blood is oh, I guess if it's all over his apartment,
I think
that
she's
would
gonna
be.
get captured. I think she's gonna be captured by the villain. It's gonna be revealed. Scooby Doo mask is off, but she had pricked her finger and left a little blood trail. And then Gretchen
Mm.
is gonna get her little bloodhounds and they're gonna find Sydney. That's what I think.
I think I kind of think so because her Von Willebrand has to come up again. Keeps coming up. It's got to be like a critical plot point.
That or maybe Tom doesn't want to kill her and he cuts her a little bit and then she just can't stop bleeding and it starts to
Oh,
go out of control.
uh-huh. Actually, I like that. And then what? Now he gets um,
Panicked. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I think that's more likely.
I could see something
After
like that
all of these
happening.
red flags and deal breakers, they're still together. And
They're still
then that's
together.
a final deal breaker.
The final one is when he slices her open and she's like, oh,
Yeah.
ah,
It's like, hey.
hey, don't do that.
Yeah, that looked on purpose.
Okay.
Okay, that note I had was trying to think of
Torture.
earlier. I remembered it. Torture was my thing to remember. So a detail I didn't say earlier is that Tom, back in the day, he was Brandy's tutor.
Oh, yes.
And I just wanted to note you can't spell tortured without tutored. It's like the same word, basically. You just flip it around.
Torture for
So,
who? The tutor or the tutoree?
both, maybe both. He tortures and he tutors. That could be it.
Honestly, sometimes when I tutor, it is torture. And
For
sometimes,
everyone involved.
yeah, and sometimes when I'm being tutored, it is torture. When you're just not getting it.
Maybe. Yeah. And you're paying for it. You're like, dang it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I know.
Let's
Because you're like,
explain this.
it's so expensive to get adult tutoring.
Hmm.
Okay. You're paying all this money and you're like, I have 50 minutes to learn this concept.
Yeah. You better teach me.
You're like, I have to learn it.
Yeah.
You're so
Make
desperate.
it make sense.
Yes. You're like, please, please, please. So,
Uh, So yeah, just want to make that connection in case it comes up.
so is that another bucket? I think we're settling in. Tom is 100% evil.
I think so. And maybe he did kill Brandy and
Hmm.
whoever, Allison.
Yep. And Slug is a coin flip.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. He's either Jake or he's Randy, an
Hmm.
accomplice or vigilante.
Yes. Okay. What else do we want to know?
Okay, so he mentions his high school sweetheart died.
Yes.
Does Tom kill her? What happens to Daisy? Or does Slug say, hey, she's getting in between me and Tom. She's got to go.
Could
Or
he
she
be
just get
talking
hit by a car.
about Brandy?
Oh, I don't know though. He
It
said
didn't
he's
seem
loved
like that
Daisy
was,
since he was 4.
yeah, it didn't seem like Brandy was his air quotes sweetheart, but that would be a
Right.
misdirect where it's like he and Daisy really never got together. And so his only love ish was Brandy. And then she died. And then he was just traumatized after that.
I know. But then, like, all of his chapters would be fake, would be a lie, because there's even a part where he says, like, my first kiss was with this girl, but I didn't even want to do it. And then we find out it was Brandy.
Yeah,
So then, like, everything would be a lie, which would be frustrating.
that would really cheapen it. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does Daisy die? I think she learns too much about Allison.
Yeah.
She figures it
I think you
out
might be
and then
right.
she's got to go.
Shoot. I think you might be right. Oh, does Tom do it?
I think Tom does it.
I kind of think so.
Yeah.
If he hasn't killed yet, that's his first one. Well, he definitely
Well,
killed the dad.
he definitely killed the dad. Yeah. And I think Daisy would be his first, like, really, like, premeditated. I wasn't in physical danger, but I
Mm-hmm.
self-preservation got rid of her.
Oh, sad. Okay, how did Tom and Slug not get caught for any of these? Especially the dad. It was so sloppy. Oh, and that's my other question. What does the mom do? She's got to find out.
I think there is definitely something to the effect of when people aren't looking for you, people don't find you
Mm,
with the dad,
yikes. Okay.
where it's like,
So
I
they
don't
just
know
skip
that
town.
I don't know that people would be, it's not like the wife is going to be on the nightly news every day being like, where is my horrible husband? Bring him back home to me, you
Yeah.
know? And
Mm,
then by the time it all shows up, it's like if the family's not pushing on it, I feel like the local PD throw it in a cold case, see if something happens.
maybe. Maybe. Yeah,
But
I could see that.
but that wouldn't explain Daisy's future death that we're predicting and Brandy's death. I think their parents would be looking for them.
Right. Very true.
I do think those murders reek of adult male serial killer.
Do they pin it on the dad?
Hmm. That would be, could they do that? Well, they couldn't do Daisy's future death.
Right. He would have skipped town already, if that's what they're saying.
Right. That the timelines would be really crazy for that to work out. Unless they never find the dad. The dad really does stay hidden. Nobody looks for him. They plant evidence of the dad. But you're right. He already skipped town.
But maybe, okay, I could see that working out. So Brandy dies. Um, and we know this is a timeline. Brandy dies. 4 months later, dad disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Next day, Allison dies. And then
Yep.
after that, Daisy dies. So we know the dad's already been gone for a while. But if people don't know, even if they did call it in and said, hey, dad's missing, we don't know where he is, he could
Mm-hmm.
still be in the town and they just don't know.
That's true.
Doesn't mean that he's totally skipped town. He's just
And it,
really good at hiding.
right. And it's really mysterious that he disappeared the same day that Allison disappeared.
Mm-hmm. It is. Mm-hmm.
So I could see that where, and maybe Daisy dies randomly.
Right. Could be a car accident.
Yeah, maybe she learns what happened. She's horrified and she like jumps back and then a bus hits her Mean Girl
Oh
style.
my gosh, yeah.
Boom, dead.
No.
But I think Allison's murder and Brandy's murder reek of serial killer,
Mm-hmm.
which I think most people would assume an adult male.
I think that's a great point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the weird pedo drunk dad
Great suspect.
seems like a great suspect.
Wow. Wow. I bet Tom comes up with that.
Hmm.
Slug doesn't have enough brain cells for that one.
No. Mm-mm. I think that would be a really great way for both of them to get out of it. The Daisy of it all is difficult. I don't know how that happens.
I kind of like what you said. She's figuring out too much. Tom has to kill her. They just pin it on the dad also.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because whoever is killing these people, they're killing them the same way, which is serial killer.
Right. Yeah.
So then they would just, and they have lots of DNA for the dad.
I'm
So they
sure
could
they
just
do.
plant it everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Oh, spooky.
Super spooky. Okay. What else?
Oh, okay. So we need to talk about Sydney.
Mhm.
So two things. One, she keeps saying, well, there was one time where she was like thinking about Jake, her ex, and she was like, oh, but I don't want to think about that. And you might think, oh, it's just her ex. Or you might think something else happened that's kind of serious. And what is she going to do with Tom? Is she going to turn into Killy Millie and turn the tables and kill
Oh,
him? What's going to happen? She
yeah.
going to go
So
to Jake?
how does Sydney eventually get out of Tom's
Right.
trap?
Is she actually a murderer? That's what she doesn't want to think about. And Jake knows.
I so we've only read Housemaid books by Frida, which are
Hmm.
strong female protagonist. I don't need no man.
Right.
So I want to be inclined to think that Sydney gets herself out.
I think so.
This could be a scenario where Sydney is just an observer and Jake slash Slug comes in and busts her out.
That's possible.
And then she realizes that's why Jake couldn't stop working until he caught Tom.
Mm,
And
okay.
now that he's caught Tom, he's like, okay, now I can
Oh,
work
they can be
less.
together.
And now we can be together.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that. But yeah, I think Sydney's definitely got to play an active role
So you don't think
for the
she's
Frida
damsel
book.
in distress?
I don't think so. But I
All right.
maybe she could work with Jake.
What do you think?
Well, I don't want it to be copy paste from the housemaid.
Why
Spoiler,
not?
spoiler for the housemaid. But she's
Yeah.
actually a murder
Yeah.
murderer.
Murderess.
I mean, that could be the case, but I don't think so. I don't think it's that close.
I don't think she would be like a continuous murderer, but do you think she kills the person who traps her and gets out?
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, I was saying I don't want her to have a murderous past,
Yeah.
and that's the thing she doesn't want to talk about. Yeah, I could see her in this case murdering for self-defense.
So you think she
Yeah, I
gets
could see that.
caught and then she fights her way out or clevers her way out?
Yeah, I think she's probably got to be the one to do it. Even though I
Okay.
like your theory about Jake
Mm-hmm.
and like he's been trying to solve this whole time, but actually that could still work out. She kills Tom, and Jake slash Slug is like, great, my job's done. You took care of
Mm-hmm.
it for me. Now we can be together.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
All right. So Chrissy thinks Tom is evil. Sydney gets captured by Tom. Sydney gets kills Tom.
I think Tom's gonna die in the end, and maybe Slug will reveal everything.
Sydney kills Tom.
Yeah, let's say Sydney kills Tom.
Okay. Slug is revealed to be a good person,
To be Jake,
to be good, and explains everything that happened.
I think so.
Okay. I think nearly the same, except except Sydney uses Hansel and Gretel blood trail that Jake finds. Jake Slug finds.
Jake Slug.
Then he busts her. Then he frees her. And Jake kills Tom.
Oh, okay. That could be good.
Yep.
I like that.
All right. Anything
I have,
else?
yes, I have two quick questions because I
Yes.
know we're running on time. The first one is it possible Tom has mommy issues? Because he's texting his mom and they're gonna have dinner or something. Is it possible his mom is like missing a chunk of hair or something, and that's why all the victims have their hair cut? Or that's why it's always women? Something like that.
Um, 100p, he has mommy issues and daddy issues.
Yeah, he's got a lot of issues.
He's got them all. Um, why is he cutting the hair?
Or is he making wigs? Because that was my thought too. Because she mentioned that he has like really nice dark hair or something. And I was like, was he blonde at first?
Oh, is he...
Is he making wigs from his victims?
that would be
I don't
some
think so.
patchworky hair. It would not be like a luxurious carpet or rug. They call him rug. It wouldn't be a nice looking
Right.
rug on his head. It would be a mess. You would be like, this guy looks like a freak. It looks like he wears people's skin as clothes. Like, so no, I don't think that.
Okay.
Um, hmm. I I think the most obvious answer is the hair is trophies for the serial killer, which is very common.
Yeah, I can see that.
A unexpected twist would be somehow they're using that hair for DNA purposes later on to maybe frame someone.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think I had maybe talked about that last time, but like at least that's where my mind goes is that like you have the hair and then you get someone who you don't like and then you frame them. Kind of like how they framed the dad. They're going to frame the dad in the beginning as a serial killer,
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. That'd be
you
kind of
know?
weird. All these women who are brutally murdered were also criminals.
No, not that they were criminals, but like he just kills for fun. And then once he finds someone that would be a good what do you call it? Fall guy. He just sneaks into their room
Oh,
as
I
the
see. He's planning
super,
there. Yes, yes, that
and
makes
then he
sense.
drops their trophy of things, and then he says
Oh,
someone anonymous tip, this guy's a weirdo. They go in and they see all the evidence.
oh, that's a great, yeah, that's a good theory.
So,
I like that.
what do you think?
I think that could be a good twist with the hair. No one's been framed yet though.
Not yet.
Unless he wants to get a few more in before framing someone, I guess.
Well, no one would know that they've been framed except for the villains. So like we wouldn't know yet that people have been framed.
That's true. I guess what I was saying, he hasn't called the cops yet on the person
No.
he's framing.
No. So I think in this world they like to frame a serial killer. So they like to get a few kills under their belt while they scout
Mm-hmm.
out who's going to be
So
the
they
fall
need some
guy.
more. Yeah. Okay, I
Yeah.
see. Kevin? Oh, that's my other question. What's happening with Kevin? Is he just a red herring?
I think Kevin's a red herring.
I kind of think so.
I think he's just a bad date.
Bummer.
Kevin is guilty of being weird, of being a freak. That's what he's
Yeah.
guilty of.
Poor Kevin.
Honestly, not poor Kevin though, because Sydney
Well,
said,
yeah.
go away. And he did it.
That's a deal breaker. I'm surprised she didn't call the cops because he shows up at her yoga studio wanting
I
to talk
know.
to her. That's crazy. You should
That's
totally call the
restraint.
cops at that point.
That's restraining order time. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
We're not playing around
Yeah,
anymore.
that's too much.
No. You're like, I'm a white girl with a basic white girl name, and those women are being targeted right now.
Yes. Can't play around with you, Kevin.
Can't play around. Sorry, Kevin. Not today. Got to go get my Starbucks. Got to go do my Pilates. And then I have to call the manager at the police station.
Yes.
So,
Oh my gosh. Oh, do you have any other questions or thoughts?
no, I think this was great. Thank you for doing the summary because I read it so fast
I
and
know.
I loved it, but I forgot. Everything seeped out of my head after the
I
week.
know. It was so good. Are you going to finish it right now, you think?
No, I'm struggling with a cold, so my head is like a little like has rocks in
Oh.
it.
Oh no.
I know, but I'm flying to California for my job next week.
Oh. So you are going to go?
I'm definitely gonna go. Yep.
Wow. Exciting.
And yep. So I'm gonna go there, and I think this will be a perfect plane read.
Oh yeah. That plane read's going to go real fast. Plane ride's going to go
Mm-hmm.
real fast.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. All right. This has been so good.
I know. Hope you feel better.
Yes, thank you. All right. Well, I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.